Hey, so have you been watching what's going on with fucking Foodie Beauty or no? You know what she's
Mm.
doing or no? No.
Dude, if
Well,
I don't get entertained by fatsos, I really don't. They disgust me. I can't help it. I just
oh
really,
my
I
god.
mean, I'm not trying to say that to be mean. Like fat people who have their shit together, whatever. I don't even look at them differently. But fatsos that are fucking disgusting like that, I have a big problem with. I have a
Mm-hmm.
big fucking problem with. And she just grosses me out. And her time's coming. It's coming to an end. We are watching the downfall of
So,
Foodie Beauty.
do you think she'll get kicked off of YouTube?
Oh yeah, most definitely. That'll end up happening. But also I think she's gonna lose. I think she'll end up in jail with all this bullshit that she's doing against Nader at this point.
The
He
lies.
may be, yeah, or Nader, whatever the fuck his name is, the foreign
Mm,
dude. Um, he may be whatever, he may have a history or whatever, but she's making herself look fucking crazy right now.
yeah. She
And
literally
he's
talks about
winning.
him every fucking day. It's disturbing. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, I almost want to feel bad for her, but I don't because I know that they're both lying. So I don't. At this point, I feel like they're both stupid. They both come off dumb.
I'm 35.
Are you?
Yep.
Oh, well, look at that. All right.
And my mom, like, she's been in my life since I was 4 years old. Okay, so my real mom didn't. Okay, here's a little background in case you wanted to know.
Okay.
My real mom was a bad alcoholic, and she had already had her kids. She had me at like 38 years old, 39. My dad was only like 23, 24. And so my mom just didn't want another kid. I was a mistake baby. So she, the day that we got out, like gave my dad the pumpkin seat. My dad had a Harley at the time and was like, "This is your problem, not mine," as they were getting out of the hospital. My dad has had custody of me since I was a kid, right? So he went through a lot of different girlfriends in the beginning. And even when him and Lana first got hooked up when I was like 4 or 5, he still had many girlfriends for years, but she stuck around. They ended up getting married and they fucked around on each other and shit. So it would like they come and go. But Lana's been in my life since I was 4 years old. And she was only okay, so I'm 35. She's only 18 years older than me because no, she's 14 years older than me. I don't know. She's 53 years old. So like growing up, it was kind of like we grew up together because I lost two brothers and sisters with her.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I lost two younger brothers and sisters, but she's never had a kid of her own. So when she went through like her terrible 20s and then her wild 30s, I like kind of had to tag along with her because one, my dad had um, custody of me. And, I never really went to my mom's, but my dad was also a bad alcoholic and a player and shit. And he'd disappear for like days. And Lana would be stuck watching me, and I'm not even her kid. So we got real fucking close, really close during that time.
Shit. I don't think I've
Mhm.
ever heard you. I've ever heard you talk about that. Have we talked about that online before or no?
Sometimes, yeah, I talk about it. It's just some people know, some people don't know, and it's just one of those things. That's why I'm kind of like rough and all that, and like we talk to each other like shit because we grew up like we all grew up together. I
Yeah.
forced my dad to grow up, and Lana was just my dad started a moving company, and she was working at White Castle and lived at her parents' house and never had like a real job before, and asked my dad for a job, so my dad hired her.
Hmm.
My mom's actually never lived on her own ever before in her life. She moved out of her parents' house and then moved in with my dad and has lived with my dad since she was 18 years old. Even though like they fucked around on each other, like they cheated on each other. And back in the day, my dad was a bad alcoholic, like bad, like whiskey drinking, fucking beer drinking, and he would beat the hell out of her. And she actually stabbed him a few times. Like I grew up with violence and chaos and shit by my
Brutal.
parents.
Yeah.
Who? Toodles?
No, brutal. I said brutal.
Oh, I thought you said Toodles. I
No,
was like, hey.
no,
Yeah,
no.
my fucking childhood was wild and crazy. My dad was part of a club, a certain club, a biker club, so I grew up around all that shit. Nothing fucking surprises me.
Yeah, same. You sound like you've been through some shit. Damn.
Mhm.
Fuck.
So anytime you ask one of my parents, you down to fight? Even my dad with his fucking legs of shit and a fucking pacemaker, he's like, let's go. And I'm like, that is one thing with my family. Like if they're rowdy.
Yeah.
Always have been. Lana always has been. Like She would go up to the school when they suspend me and try to fight my fucking principal and shit. Seriously. We've been kicked out of so many fucking places as a family. Like Ponderosa was just one that happened to happen live. We have been kicked out of many places for being fucking. I mean, you can say whatever you want. We're trash. We're poor white trash, but we try to make it. We're good people at heart, but we're passionate people too. That's the thing that gets us in trouble. That is it.
I've never look. I don't know. So I think some people get the wrong idea about you, and they think that like you're like a bad person, or like I don't know. I think people like they see some of the clips that people get of you, and they think they get the wrong impression. But like I don't know. Like just getting to know you and stuff, I don't get any of those vibes. Like any of the shit that people try to throw off, like any of the type of stuff that people try to throw out there about you, I don't get any of that shit from you at all.
CJ, I've made a lot of bad choices in my life, but I'm also the first motherfucker to say, I did it, I own it, I fucked up, or I didn't fuck up, or this is why I stand behind what I did.
Yeah.
Some people don't agree with agree with what I've said. And sometimes I've been drunk and went way overboard. And here's the biggest thing about me. When I get drunk, I'm the biggest fucking liar. I will talk out my ass. I will try to get reactions out of people. I'm terrible. And the sober Katie doesn't do that shit. You know what I mean? Sometimes, but not on that level. So I've said some things when I've been like really, really fucking drunk that I don't fucking mean. Like one of the biggest things I regret is I guess one time, and I don't even remember it, dude. So I've had a best friend since I've been in grade school. Her name's Desiree, and like we have been best friends. And I guess last year or the year before last, when I was drunk, I called her child, who I absolutely love with all my heart, and I even have mine and her picture beside me in my bedroom. I guess I said that she looked retarded. I don't think that I was even talking about baby SJ. I would never say any bad word about baby SJ. You know what I mean? So sometimes when I get drunk, I say shit that I don't fucking mean, usually to hurt people's feelings because they're hurting me on some level. So I'm going to get even.